Black Company. It seems that the lines of Nequiel are a constant thorn in our side. It appears they are after this town to use as a food source. Knowing them, they will probably...
Hey everybody, it's Captain Rye coming to you today. I want to talk a little bit here about Armored Warfare's upcoming patch. Patch 0.13. This patch features an all-new dealer for the Chinese vehicles. And I gotta say, I'm really excited about this patch. Partly because they've got the Type 90, and because they've got the Type 98. And I'm super excited about getting both of those vehicles. Both of those vehicles are based off of the T-72, which, if you've seen my other video, you'll know I really, really like that tank. So, what are these tanks gonna look like? Well, don't know yet. Haven't had a chance to play them. But, from what I can guess, they're probably going to be a little bit quicker than your Eastern Bloc main battle tanks. Since they're based off of similar designs, you can expect roughly about the same amount of armor. The gun, probably similar, but it's hard to tell, because the Chinese basically made their own guns for their tanks. Other than that, I believe there's also a change coming in how their economy is going to work out for your PvP and your PvE. Now, the economy currently, the PvE battle mode doesn't earn you as much credits as you would earn in, say, PvP mode. You earn the same amount of XP, but you earn half as many credits. So, the new changes that are coming about are the changes to the credit earning system in the PvE mode. So you'll actually earn more credits for doing a larger part in that battle. That being said, I can't wait to see it. However, I'm not so sure that it should be being released right at the same time that they're releasing a content patch. You have this situation where you're going to have players having to go in and deal with the changes to the economy, and having to adjust their play styles to take advantage of that or correct faults that they've had playing. And then at the same time, you're releasing a whole new line of tanks for players to go and play through. So you kind of have to sit there and think, maybe they should be spaced out a little bit more. But either way, I'm really looking forward to this patch. This patch is coming out here on the 11th, so just 3 days away, which means I only have 3 days to really grind through all of the premium vehicles that I have, collect as much credits as I can and free XP, or global XP, so that I can promptly and totally just bypass all the lower tier vehicles, because I don't necessarily want to play them. Obviously, the Type 90 and the Type 98 are probably going to be Tier 8, Tier 7 and Tier 8, it's right there, so I definitely want to go straight for those tanks, because I'm basically, like I said before, it's the Type 90 and the Type 98 are developed off of the T-72, but they're developed after the First Gulf War, which showed the issues that the T-72 had when dealing with specifically NATO air power. So there's some pretty good changes in the tank to help improve its mobility and improve its detectability against air power. But because they're T-72s, they're just super modernized versions with a really cool turret on them that basically the tanks are my perfect combination. It's, okay, you've got the T-72 tank body, which I really, really, really like, And then you've got this really sweet-looking, like quintessential tank-looking turret. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it'd be interesting to see if at Tier 9 they add in the Type 99 or the Type 101, which is, again, it's further development, but they've added the ERA armor packs onto their turret in a similar way, so the turret's almost got this German Leopard 2 V6 or V7 style, pointy, evil front looking at it. Which I think would be a pretty cool to see that in game, and I really do look forward to playing it. Moving on to kind of some other stuff, I would really like to see them fix the artillery bug, where the artillery really does tend to like to focus one player down and only ever shoot them till they're dead. I'm noticing this, they have sort of fixed it. Artillery will shoot at other players if their primary target is not available to shoot at, but the moment you're available to shoot at, they immediately switch back to you, even if the other player is a bigger threat. So, yeah, there's that to work on. And they absolutely need to correct the gun sound issue. A couple of other commentators, Jingles has pointed out that there's at least one map that he knows for sure, and he's got reports of another map. I've actually had this on pretty much every single map I've played, where when the clock timer gets down below the 10-minute mark, or it's in the last 5 minutes of the match, the sound will cut out on just the guns. Which is just absolutely, it's so annoying. I can't even, it really breaks the immersion of it. But, visual's one thing. There's not enough of a visual cue when you're zoomed in on your target, so that if you click that mouse button, that you fired, unless you see that it's hit. You really do need that, cannon noise to verify that you did click that mouse button and it did fire. And of course in real life or in other games, if you click that mouse button and you don't hear the cannon fire, there's probably a jam somewhere that you need to take care of, an issue with the gun itself. Future developments for the game that I'd really, really like to see. I'd really like to see them add in destructible pieces of tanks. I understand that they're going for a World of Tanks clone, nice and easy, everybody can play it on every system. But I think this is a really opportune platform for them to go ahead and kind of combine the two big heavy hitters for tank-on-tank battles out there, and that's to throw in War Thunder's damage model, how you can see hits come in, and they'll knock off the little pieces of tank that they can. They'll damage the side skirts. Little components, shovels, other things will get just wrecked up. And it'd be really cool to see that level of detail. It'd also be really cool to see them add. I love their camo system, by the way. Absolutely love the camo system, that you could choose your base coat of paint, and then you can choose the camo you want on top of that base coat of paint. So that's really, really cool to see. But I'd really like to see them add the ability to kind of customize the position of your emblems, your logos that they'll give to you, that you can buy, that you can put on the tank. I'd love to see them give that to you so that you can change the position. Because where some of them are located right now, really it's, it's on the turret. We can kind of see it. I'd like to change the position of that. I'd also like to be able to change the position so that I can actually put two words together and, actually make something meaningful and, go from there. But still an open beta, so lots of changes I'm sure to come over the hopefully many, many years that Obsidian keeps it in development. Anyways, guys, that's just kind of my quick thoughts on the upcoming patch, and I look forward to seeing some of you out there. And don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video if you like what you saw, and come back for more. That's Captain Rye, signing off.